Multiple Penguins updates as the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Baby Penguins continue to dominate the AHL, and one player in particular has been turning heads. Plus, a prospect that the Penguins just signed 3 days ago has already been honored for his outstanding play, just like the Baby Penguins continuing to work atop the standings in the AHL. More about the Penguins' future to like in this young defenseman, as well as a young forward that has received a ton of criticism since he was traded for. But now he is cooking. He is showing exactly what he is capable of in the American Hockey League and someday on the big Penguins. Thank you guys for joining me here on Penguins Digest. First and foremost, if you guys could subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. You guys have been fantastic. Continue to hit that sub button and help me out. Show support for this channel. Penguins fans are the best, and I continue to see that every single day from you guys. Keep it up. Let's go Pens, and let's talk about our new defenseman that has already been honored as one of the top defensemen in the country at the collegiate level. The Penguins just signed him 3 days ago. He was a Penguins draft pick. I had hardly even heard of the guy before, but now I was tempted to watch all of his highlights, and this dude is going to be an absolute stud for the Penguins someday. His name is Chase Pietila, and he earned top defensive honors at the collegiate level in the CCHA. He was the defensive defenseman of the year, and finally an award for a defensive defenseman. Am I right? I mean, we heard all the buzz about that during the Four Nations face-off when Jacob Slavin was putting on an absolute clinic for Team USA, and everybody's like, there should be a defensive defenseman award. Well, guess what? There is one in the CCHA, and your defensive defenseman of the year is going to be a Pittsburgh Penguin. Michigan Tech Hockey posted this about Chase Pietila, and he is an absolute beast. So excited that he is on our team. 21 years old, drafted in the 4th round, 111th overall by the Penguins back in 2024. Hailing from Howell, Michigan, 6'2", 186, right defenseman, 7 goals, 22 points in 36 games for the Michigan Tech Huskies, on top of his strong defensive play, which included 32 blocked shots, and that's why he received the honor of Defensive Defenseman of the Year. He was signed just a few days ago by the Penguins to his entry-level contract, 3 years with the Pittsburgh Penguins after his sophomore season at Michigan Tech. So welcome to the team, Chase Pietila. You are an absolute stud. We are excited to see you in more black and gold. He was already playing in black and yellow at Michigan Tech. Well, now he's going to look extra good in the black and gold for the Pittsburgh Penguins someday. What an absolute beast. And it's fun to have guys like this coming up through the farm system, guys. He is going to be something special. And a guy that has been special lately that we thought was going to be special from the beginning, another Michigan man, Rutger McGroarty, is finally figuring it out at the AHL level. We traded for him. We're so excited about him making the NHL team to start the year. Got sent back down to the minors, struggled there as well, just like he did in the NHL, but now he's finally starting to turn it up, and we're seeing the version of Rutger McGroarty that we thought we were getting all along. Kyle Dubas knew what he was doing, getting Rutger McGroarty. It just took him a little while to get it going. But now we get to see Rutger McGroarty at his best. He has been on an absolute tear for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Baby Penguins. There are so many Penguins prospects making some noise right now at Wilkes-Barre, but Rutger McGroarty stands out among all the rest. He's finally figuring it out. He figures to be a huge part of the Penguins' future. We knew that from day one, but he is hotter than anybody on that roster right now, and that's a good sign for us as Penguins fans that Rutger McGroarty is starting to find his game. Top prospect in the organization, turning heads for the Baby Pens, 6 goals, 14 points in his last 12 games. He's been leading the way for a lethal Penguins offense that leads the AHL in goals scored this season. He has scored 9 of his 12 goals since the turn of the calendar year. So since January 1st, he has been turning it up, lighting the lamp after a slow start. He was really struggling to adjust to professional hockey, and that's why he was sent to Wilkes-Barre in the first place after only 3 NHL games. But then, in his first 8 AHL games, he also struggled. So now Rutger McGroarty finally starting to get used to that level, playing at 20 years old. He's one of the younger players, but he's now figuring out the all-around process. He may have been a little snake-bitten at the beginning, but now that he's starting to figure it out, we're seeing what this guy is actually made of and the potential that was always there for Rutger McGroarty, which is a great sign for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They go out there and dominate in Hartford a few days ago, 7-1 victory. McGroarty, a goal and an assist, and then last night, he tore it up again. McGroarty was recognized as the 3rd star of the game last night. We'll get into that in just a little bit more when we talk about how good the Baby Penguins have been, but the production is finally starting to show. He already had the hockey IQ. He had the playmaking, a good all-around game, physical, a hard forechecker, defensive awareness. All that has been there, but the production is what people wanted to to harp on and wanted to knock Rutger McGroarty about was that he wasn't scoring goals, that he wasn't getting the numbers to back up the type of player he was supposed to be when he was a first-round pick by the Winnipeg Jets. Well, a lot of McGroarty's skills will transfer to the NHL level. We're seeing all of those right now. He has top 6 forward potential, and the Penguins will continue to keep an eye on him as he continues to blossom as this season goes on. And the Baby Penguins are poised for a Calder Cup run. As you see at the bottom of that article there, they are a very good hockey team, and that's why I want to talk about them for just a little bit here today. The Baby Penguins are at their best, arguably the best we have seen them in a very long time. This team is amazing. They actually have a chance to be really special this year. And I'm not just saying that. They have a chance to be really special. And last night, they played against one of the best teams in the AHL, arguably the best team in the AHL, the defending champs, the Hershey Bears. And what did the Baby Pens do? They pulled out a thrilling shootout win over the Hershey Bears, showing that they're right there with them, neck and neck, standing in their heavyweight battle. Punch, counterpunch, punch, counterpunch, sucker punch, uppercut, doesn't matter. Baby Penguins stayed in it. A shootout. It was a 5-round shootout and a thrilling game that ended with Wilkes-Barre Scranton on top. They had their hands full. The Bears were in town. Of course, 5-4 victory in the 5th round of the shootout. And now they're closing the gap for that top spot in the division. 4 points. 4 points is the gap. They have 72 points, and the Bears have 76 points, each team skating in 16 more games this season. So plenty of time to make that up as the Bears and the Penguins fought to a 4-4 time regulation. Nobody scored in overtime. Of course, it goes to a shootout. And of course, Sergei Murashov, solid in the shootout. 5 saves on 5 attempts. And no one from Wilkes-Barre Scranton scored until that 5th round when Sam Poulin put in the game winner, another guy that I would expect to see in the NHL next year. But right now, the Baby Penguins need him because they're going for a Calder Cup, and that's not something we've been able to say for a long time. Poulin was named the first star of the game after his winner. Jack St. Ivany, Valtteri Puustinen, who we've talked about in past videos, both had 2 assists. We'll see both of them in the NHL soon as well. The Penguins are 32-16-7-1 and remain in second place behind Hershey as they hit the road to play a couple games against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms on Friday and Sunday. So the Baby Penguins, I mean, look at this graphic right here. These guys have been putting on a show. You got Billy Koivunen, Emil Bemstrom, you got Rutger McGroarty, Avery Hayes, Vasily Ponomarev, you got Sam Poulin, Valtteri Puustinen. I mean, this team is loaded. And you're talking about St. Ivany, you're talking about Kroll, some of those defensemen down there. They got Pickering, I mean, Murasov and net. That is a squad. And that just tells you, hey, guys, future's bright in Pittsburgh. These boys are cooking down there in the AHL. We got a heck of a talented bunch down there, and they're going to be in the NHL before you know it. So a lot to look forward to, and the NHL Penguins will be taking on the St. Louis Blues tonight at 7 o'clock, and that'll be a fun one. But right now, the Baby Penguins arguably more exciting than the Big Penguins. So, of course, we got to talk about it. Congratulations to everybody we mentioned in this video. Pietila was fantastic in college, and he got recognized as such, and obviously Rutger McGroarty finally starting to turn it around, being the player that we knew he always was going to be. Sergei Murashov, the future is bright for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll have more Pittsburgh Penguins and Wilkes-Barre Scranton Baby Penguins content here on this channel in the coming days. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next episode.